Good morning, afternoon, or day, wherever you are, Facebook world, Twitter world, YouTube, wherever this is streaming. My name is Melody McAllister, and I'm here with the tech rabbi, Michael Cohen. And we are going to talk creativity today, as we do every week. And so, first things first, Rabbi, what we were just talking about Facebook memories. Let's be human now. How are your Facebook memories making you feel right now?
Oh, wow. I thought you'd at least go like a couple minutes before.
No.
But yeah, the memories right now on Facebook are the 10-day trip to Israel that I took with my wife. I hadn't been there in 10 years. We went with another couple that we're very close with, and we just spent 10 days traveling around and eating a lot of amazing food and going to the Dead Sea and going to, historical, places that that I connect with, and it's utterly depressing. I'm actually on a social media detox right now, and not just because of the good memories, but because I feel like people in general are a little angry, and I'm tired of seeing only negativity in the world. So I'm not actively on any social media platforms this week because I need a break.
I see, and I had the wrong banner up. Well, and that's cool, except we're streaming on a lot of social media, so you are on it. Do you think? I think the reason I went into this without much warning, I did say I was going to talk about it, but I think because it's so prevalent right now, we're all feeling this weird. Okay, so like some people haven't shut down since March. They literally have been working or training on remote learning, remote teaching, and mentally it's taking a toll, and we have to talk about it. It is negative, but also there's this positive toxicity that's going around. Like if we say the reality of what we're experiencing, and we're not making ourselves look good or our profession look good, but we're human beings, and yeah, it's a little depressing to see what you were doing last year. Like, had you known this day last year that in 1 year your life would kind of be in a standstill,
I would have taken a second vacation.
Right. I agree. I wouldn't have felt last year like we were still new to Alaska last year. Maybe I wouldn't have felt like so locked in, because truthfully I wasn't locked in. Now I'm locked in.
Yeah. I think that there is a human piece to our lives that we don't share on social media. And in some ways, I think it's okay. I don't think you have to share everything.
True.
But what you were alluding to was creating a false reality where everything is great and I'm on top of the world, and life is mojitos on the beach in Cancun, which should have happened right now, but is not. And you didn't know that rabbis could go to Cancun, but there are 3.
I did not.
In Cancun. You got to be modest there. I mean, I'm not like running around like in like, I don't know what you would think rabbis would run around in, but, I would enjoy the beach and, maybe go surfing.
Would you have your tie on at the beach?
Yeah, as I'm surfing. I have a collared wetsuit so I can wear my ties when I'm in the water.
Are you just yanking my chain? Because I feel like you're not.
I am yanking. You do not make collared wetsuits. Yeah, but
well, honestly, I wouldn't. That could be something that you could invent.
I'm gonna put it on my list.
Right. And we do have to laugh about it. So if you're watching today and you're feeling the same that a lot of people are feeling, and it's okay if you're feeling joyful today or you're super happy. Like, we're all on different levels, and it's okay how you're feeling. And I'm just curious. Put this question out there. How are you creative? What are you working on? And somebody, I think it was Melissa Shields, she put a question on. Here's something to chew on. Like, it's not an easy answer. I'd like to address how to inspire those who vehemently protest any creativity within themselves. Thanks. And I think it's cool because it kind of goes along with the book study that we started last week about like the mindset. So I'll put that up again. So if you feel like you have some way to address this, please drop it in the comments. Also, if you want to join us, I'm going to drop the link in the comments, and let's shake things up a little bit and come join us. Let's talk. And maybe you should have, I mean, even if you don't have makeup on, or like if you don't need makeup because you don't wear makeup, let that stop you.
That's awesome.
What do you?
It's a real challenge to feel creative when you have defined creativity as something that is out of reach for you. So like people say, I can't draw. Well, you can draw. You might not be able to draw the way that you define good drawing. And if you spent 3 hours a day drawing and learning how to draw by following different techniques, like if you took an online, life drawing class, you would be able to draw. Mm-hmm. But you're not willing to put in that time, and it's okay. It could be because you're just not that passionate about it. But when people say, I can't play guitar, I can't play piano. Yeah, you might not be able to, to write a brand new type of music like a Mozart or a Beethoven, but you could learn piano, right? Like everyone could play Hot Cross Buns on piano. You know what I mean? Like you could do it on an iPhone app that has the little piano. Like you could do it, but it requires time and dedication. And so what I've really tried to do, and this happened a little bit in our launch of the book study on Friday, was having this conversation about what are the things that we do, and then how do we reveal the creativity in that? So when someone opposes creativity, what they're opposing is this definition of creativity that is out of reach for them. They're not musical. They are not artistic. They can't create, a documentary film or like whatever these things, they're not culinary. They can follow, the Betty Crocker cookbook, but they can't actually create a brand new cuisine. And that's my wife. She's just like, she'll just take stuff and start slicing, dicing, mixing this and that, little pinch she just grabs. And I'm like sitting here like making I have this protein waffle recipe that I kind of made up, and it actually works. And I'm like measuring like the perfect like half cup and push it really hard in so that I know that it's perfectly level. And she's just like scoop, like, it's like overwhelming. So she has that craft and she's incredibly creative with it. So to answer Melissa, you have to connect with those people and figure out what are they creative through their lens, and not what are they creative through the lens of others, right? And other people's creative journey. We had a math teacher in our session, which I always get excited when math teachers ever do anything with me, because math is considered this non-creative experience or non-creative process. And she was sharing the creativity through the lens of how you solve, these formulas. And it's just, I don't know. I feel like that's what it's about. And that's also creativity. Being able to understand people so that you can help them reveal their creative self through their reality and not through the reality of others is creatively revealing creativity in others.
Dang, that was deep.
Bam.
That was deep, Rabbi.
Mic drop.
Right. In fact, when we were talking earlier, I told you I was going to read this, and I dropped the link, y'all. If anybody wants to join us today, let me get if anybody wants to join us, please, I dropped this in the comments, join our live session, just click on it. Just come on, join us. We'd love to have a talk with you, join our little panel here. But in your book, in your first chapter, it says revealing creativity. This kind of goes along with what Melissa was asking. I believe creativity is a mindset, not an art set. Creativity is the ability to look at ourselves and the world around us and notice what isn't obvious to others and to author unconventional solutions to the problems we identify. We are all capable of this mindset because creativity comes from within. It is not something teachers give to students. It's something they reveal. I thought that was pretty deep.
Thank you. I wrote that.
I know. Yes, you wrote that. It's in your book.
I don't remember it though. So when you read it, I was like, wow, I said that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. But I really like it because since knowing you, I have gone from a mindset of where I didn't think I was creative. Really, it was I'm not crafty. I'm not super crafty. But I have learned that I have talents like emotional intelligence and the way that I use the platforms that I have. Like there's a creative sense in all of this, and it's been fun to develop that. And I feel like it does solve some problems in the world. I feel like putting people out there, like, and just seeing people that you don't like that we would normally get to see. Yeah, so that's creativity. It might not be what I thought it was, but. And I was talking to somebody else last night. They're going through a really hard phase, and so they've been really into their like coloring and designing. I didn't mean coloring. It's just my tired brain. But like the creative process really helps us to heal. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it is awesome.
Yeah, I have tools. Like I did my undergrad in printmaking as like a design focus. And you're able, usually you need these really big printing presses, but there's actually a way for, depending on the type of paper that you have, you can actually, ink up the block that you carve the pattern in, and then you can use the back of a wooden spoon. You just put the paper down onto the block with the ink, and you just rub the spoon on the back, and that pushes the ink onto the paper. So one day when I am like, if I could just take off a week and get back into that, I would love it. Do the wood carving and just creating. I miss that. I miss it. And
do you think that would help your mindset right now if you just did it, like, and just took the time to do something like that?
Probably, but not right now. Too much going on. I got sessions. My last Microsoft session is on Monday. I'm working on some lesson strategies for Adobe, and then I gotta plan like my online entrepreneurship course, because now what's gonna happen is all my freshmen from last year, like I had a really great connection with them. I took over a class the teacher left in the middle of the year, and I took it over. And I oversaw the program, but I didn't have like long-term direct interaction with them. And we really connected. And there are a bunch of students that want to take my course, and I gotta make sure that it's worth their time.
Yeah. And and I love that you're saying that, because you sound exhausted, just like so many other educators out there. It doesn't matter if you have the tech rabbi as your name. You're an educator, you're feeling it, you're concerned about your students and how you're going to offer them the beginning of the school year. And so even though it's depressing, I'm glad you shared it, because I think a lot of people can definitely identify with what you're feeling right now. So thank you.
Just tell them to drink more water or fill this up with wine. Either way, you'll be good.
Right. And I've started drinking. I told you earlier, I've started drinking a lot more water. I'm trying to do things for my health this week that I haven't been implementing. And for those people who are just joining us, I dropped the link in the comment. Please come be with us on our panel. Just seeing your face, talking with you is going to rejuvenate us. So I dropped this in the comments. Come and join us. Just come onto our live session. It's going to be super fun. But until you do, can you update us on the Educated by Design book study information?
Yeah. We launched on Friday. Really excited. We are going to be doing a couple different things. It's all going to be driven by this weekly Friday Zoom call. Last call, we had 9 educators on, and that was with an hour and a half notice. So that was cool. And we're just chatting. We're discussing 2 chapters a week of the book, maybe 3. I don't know. There's 10 chapters. I was trying to like figure out like what the formula was. I think I have a graphic for it somewhere. And then in our Facebook community, we're going to just be creating some threads, asking some guiding questions from the book study, so that people can share their thoughts, because it's, you know, it's one thing to read a book. It's one thing to read a book and chat with people about, like, oh, like how, you know, how did you connect with that character? Or, you know, what did you think about that information that was shared? But what I really tried to do in the book was to create an action at the end of each chapter. Like, what are you going to do? And that's what's exciting for me, is people sharing what they plan to do because they read the book, not just how the book inspired them, or they thought my journey was interesting and they like enjoyed reading those parts about it. Like, okay, good. Hopefully that keeps the flow going. It keeps you wanting to come back. But it's about being able to do something meaningful for our students. That's why I wrote the book for. So we're going to have those chats, and it's going to run for 4 weeks. And I want to be like organic about it. We don't have to be like too rigid, but we hope that people will be consistent in sharing, because that's what the community is all about.
Right. And I like that. And I do like your template for it. I have downloaded it, and I'm going to put some of my favorite quotes in there. But what I love about the community that we're in, and if you're watching and you're not in our Facebook community, I'll drop the link. We'd love to invite you to our community. The creative challenges aren't too difficult, but people have some ideas of what they're going to take into the new school year, how they're going to get some interest from their students. And it's for all grade levels, honestly. And I was writing something last night. Sometimes we avoid technology and the creation of technology because we're like, well, we're not good at it. But sometimes all we need to do is introduce things to our students, and they grab it and they do things that we could never even imagine, because it's their generation and it's not something that they feel uncomfortable with. So if you're watching this somewhere and you're not in our Facebook community, but you have that, like, you just have an interest in developing your creativity, we just want to invite you. I'm going to find that link. What are some of the things that you've been enjoying about our Facebook community, Rabbi?
I'm enjoying the creativity challenges. I think that those have been really cool. Although the last one was we couldn't pull a winner out. So I was a little bit like, come on, like people's work, you know, participate in the celebration. But I like that. And I'm also I'm excited when I see people posting and sharing. And that's starting to happen right now. It takes a while for the community to kind of get to that point where people feel like they're encouraged to share and ask questions and seek feedback, because that's what it's about. You know, if it was just about me throwing information to you, like, I have a newsletter already, right? This is about having conversations. It's about sharing. It's about reflecting. And it's also about celebrating people's success, because that's how you build confidence. When others are validating you, it's good. It's a good feeling. Ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, and you know what? I do have our group pulled up. I wonder if I could showcase some of the people's art, because we have had some pretty amazing. Let me pull it up. Tell us again about, while I'm looking for these to pull up, and can you tell us a little bit more? How do we join the book study, or what can we look for?
Yeah, so if you join the Facebook group, there is a series of posts. One of them is to like sign up, because I'm sending out an email. Actually, I'm going to send it out today, just letting everybody know where we're at on, you know, on the schedule, and on, you know, with the book study resource. You know, getting the book, that's half the battle. And you know, everything is really going to be focused around the Facebook group. So when I start to ask those questions about the different chapters, and, you know, hopefully having your thoughts shared will, you know, impact someone else's life and support a fellow educator. So
awesome. Yes. And we're going to be doing that on Fridays. Okay. I have pulled up. Can you see that all right, Rabbi?
Yeah.
Okay. So this was a creativity challenge, and we couldn't declare a winner because we had 2 ties, but we can celebrate people. Anyway, this was really cool. You used Adobe Spark, but you don't necessarily have to use Adobe Spark. But this is one of the projects that we did, the creativity challenge, and kind of like a get to know you exercise. And some of the educators in our community actually made their own. So I want to showcase. This is Bridget Smith. And so we're just sharing ideas, and it doesn't have to get super deep. Some people were more detailed than others, but it doesn't have to get, you know, I'm trying to, like, do I have an arrow? Oh, does that, oh, whole screen. Nice. But it doesn't have an arrow and I don't want to.
Can you use
So,
your
oh,
arrows? Like on the
yeah, I
keyboard?
was using my arrow. It's different. Okay. Oh, this is good. So this is Bridget, our friend. And so this is something she created. Oh, she created two, I think. But so this is something that she's talking about. She's using it to talk about herself and expressing her ideas. This is really cool. Did I even see this when I did? Because I loved it, but I feel like I'm seeing it again for the first time. Okay, there's more. Okay, here's another one from Lavonda. Oh, this is cool. And so I like the use of the colors that they've used and, family, video games, happy place, art. It's kind of like, and just kind of who you are, just the different aspects and that are important to you about your life. And, maybe inviting your students to do something like this. You can be talking dreams that they have or, what makes them them in a creative way. Let's see. I wonder if I can get any more. You know what? I'm going to stop sharing because it's going to get awkward in a second just because I'm not doing it very well. But yeah, so we hope that you'll enjoy, you'll join our Facebook community and develop the confidence. Some people are super confident in creating and some people are not. I'm one of those that I'm not super confident, but I'm learning. And so I think it's good for all levels of creation.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's healthy. It's a healthy exercise. It gets your mind off of the rest of your life. So I should probably practice what I'm preaching and go start creating something.
I do. I think so. I remember all the joy you had when you created your rock wall.
Yeah. Well, we're actually, we're going to redo those pieces come off the wall. So I'm actually on Sunday, I'm going to climb outside, but at some point in the next week, I'm going to redo the routes. Cause it's getting kind of old for me. And now my daughter just did like 3 routes and it's crazy how strong she is.
That's really cool.
Yeah. She's 7. You know what I mean? Like this is, it's cool to watch her do that.
But she's not a normal 7-year-old. She's been doing this, it looks like, for a while. Like
about a year off and on. She's just naturally strong. It's like really cool. Like she can do pull-ups, which is like a rare thing, I think, for like any 7-year-old to be able to do like 2 pull-ups.
That's really cool. And so I hope somebody joins us, but I'm not gonna force the issue. But like, where can we find you next, Rabbi? Where are we gonna find you? You said Monday you have another Get Up presentation.
Yeah, so I have a session on Monday. I'm just going to. Actually, I don't think I made a graphic yet for that one, but it's focused on creativity, which I think people come. This is why people are here. That conversation on creativity. I just want to make sure that I'm not making this up because, thank God I've had 11 sessions over the course of the past, month and a half. And I just want to make sure that I am, promote creativity and choice. So this is one of like the craziest, but most enjoyable sessions that I've done. Like I love the PowerPoint one because I'm already comfortable as a presenter. Like that's what I do as like part of, part of the Tech Rabbi is presenting. But the going into Paint, right? Like Microsoft Paint. When you think of Microsoft Paint, you think of this like 1990s, early 2000, like, it was disgusting. Microsoft Paint was disgusting. It was this thing you did when you were like bored and like the internet was down. Like I'm thinking like 1998, I'm trying to log onto the internet. It's going to take about 2 minutes to get online. So what am I going to do for 2 minutes? I'm going to go into Microsoft Paint. I'm going to like do a bunch of like squiggly drawing, like, craziness. Paint 3D is ludicrous mode, like to borrow from Tesla. It is insane. Not only can you paint in 2D, you can paint in 3D, which means you can take a model. Okay, you can take a model of an animal and you can paint on the body, the surface area of the animal. So if you're talking about like, an elementary school teacher showing like the parts of a shark, the parts of an animal. You could actually have the students paint different colors on the animal to show the different parts of the animal. Now, that just took your work shit, right? So it's called a work. You heard me. I mean, a worksheet. Okay. A digital worksheet. Sorry, couldn't hold back. A worksheet. Let's digitize the worksheet. Let's turn it into a Google slide so they can type it and actually give them an opportunity to interact with the animal and document it in a really cool way. So yeah, so that's one of the things. And then there's also, for those on PC, there is a free video editor. People don't realize it because it's in the photo app where you manage your photos. There is a video editor and it's pretty cool. It's simple, but it's powerful. And I show people how to do that. So I'm going to be doing that on Monday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific.
Awesome. That I want to be there. I need to be reminded of that one.
That's 8 a.m.
That's 8 a.m. my time.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I might not do it to myself. But the good thing about it is if I can't join it on Monday morning, I can always play the session back because all of your sessions are recorded. Everybody's. And so my hero, Dr. Sarah Thomas, she's also on the GETA lineup. She's doing several different things. I can actually pull up. Do you want me to pull up the screen really quick? And so here, like if you haven't used the Global EdTech Academy yet, so lots of different people. Ooh, look, amazing people. And you can just click on join a session. And also, I was going to say, here's your schedule up here. And then there's the session videos for anything that you'd like to go back and see. But join a session. It's so easy. Let's see who's on today. Let's give them a shout out. And I have participated in several of these, so I do enjoy them. They're very, so today is not July 25th. Today is what, the 29th?
Today's the 29th.
Wow, how did that even happen? Okay, so, and so some of these have already happened, but it looks like, and these are all Pacific time. So it looks like we've got,
Those have all happened.
Yeah, well, we got PowerPoint with Matt Miller. I said Foint, but I meant PowerPoint. And then, MC. These are happening with Pernille. I'm sorry if I said her name incorrectly. Office hours with Rachel Burr. Holly Clark is coming up. The Microsoft Infused Classroom. Carl Hooker, 20 ways to engage students virtually. Ooh, that would be a good one to see. So yeah, oh, and Flipgrid. I would like to learn more about Flipgrid. So these are all coming up. So we still have several that are coming up if you want to join today. But this is how you would actually join to see the rabbis on Monday also. So
yeah,
just wanted to show that. And I've enjoyed it. And I like Microsoft Teams a lot more than I thought I would. I think it's a very personal way to reach students and also other people. I would use it for Zoom, so yeah. All right. Well, I hate that nobody was stepped out onto our stream today. I was really looking forward to that. So maybe next week that will happen. What have we missed? Have we missed anything? No. Any final thoughts?
No, it's we can't have every week be super energetic, awesome. But I still think we shared some good things today.
I think we did too. I enjoyed this. I just wanted to see some new faces. I miss people. Like you've been saying this for weeks. You just miss people. And I miss people too. But pandemic has shown me that like our creativity levels and our energy levels are just kind of like this. We never know what day is going to make us feel full of joy and energy. And other days we just feel like complete crap. And, and I think on those days is a good time to get outside, go see some nature, do something that you just enjoy. Because if you're trying to always work, I feel like that is when I cannot write. Like I'm a writer, but when I feel like I have all these deadlines in front of me to write, I have no idea what to write. Like my brain feels completely stuck. But then when I get out of my house or I play with my kids, we go to our favorite spots here in Alaska. Like it frees up my mind. So I hope that other people are doing that. I am worried about educators who have not stopped working since March. They haven't been able to get away from their computers. They've been sitting. They've been worried. and they haven't even used their summer break to take care of themselves. And so I do worry about my friends that are struggling in that way. And, you know, I hate that because it's a real thing.
It is. It is. You got to take at least a day a week in the summer and just pause and refocus on, you know, where you're at and where you're going.
Yeah. And I appreciate and respect how you truly honor the Sabbath every week. And, you know, I feel like a lot of us should probably do that more too. I'm supposed to, but I never do.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, it's re-energizing. It refocuses. It reminds me like why, like what am I doing all this for? It's for my family, right? And I need to make sure that they're always primary. So one day a week, 26 hours, they are all, that's it. That's what it's about.
That's awesome. And so as we close, we want to thank, oh, we have a comment. So I'm not going to close just yet because I'm so excited. I want to see a comment.
It's Kim Johnson.
Yes, one of our master creators. Oh, good. She loves our energy levels. I am out and about, but was able to join about 20 minutes late. Oh, well, we're so glad. Kim, thank you for always participating. I wish that you could have jumped on maybe next week. Actually, I won't be here next week, Rabbi, so you might be doing this alone. Or maybe Kim will be your person, your wingman next week.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I got to figure that out.
I can make everything for it. Like you can figure it out, or we can take a break. But anyway, before we go, I want to thank everybody for watching, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching after this. We both want to say, please take care of yourself. You are more than worth it. We're not good for anybody when we don't take care of ourselves. We all deserve, need to be recharged. Don't forget about our book study this Friday. You're going to drop the link when for the Zoom.
I'll post it in the group.
Yeah, on Friday or like on Thursday when?
Probably Thursday. Okay,
cool. And it's okay if you haven't got the book yet, please still come. Also, if you're watching this and you're not in our Facebook group, please join us. Facebook.com/group/confident creating. We really need you. And it's okay if you are a beginner creator or like Kim, a master creator. We invite you and there's so much for us to learn together. And just thank you, everybody. We'll see you again soon. Have a great day. Please take care of yourself. You are worth it. Bye.
Take care, everyone.